Hi everyone, and welcome to the first President's Report in video format. I'm really excited to do it this way because from the feedback from the last board said that the reports didn't really work well, and I think it's all well and good me saying, oh look at these amazing things what we've done, but I actually thought this is a lot better because you actually see firsthand what impact we're having on students' lives and what it means to them, so I hope you enjoy.
Hi there, my name's Tom and I'm the Vice President Activities. Some of the exciting things that have been going on in my remit are the forums. We've just elected a brand new chair called Natalie and she had her first forum last night. It's very exciting, very positive. We approved lots of new societies and we also passed an ethical investment policy, which is very exciting and it's a student-led movement.
Everyone's been really helpful, particularly Tom, who's guided me in my new role and been able to answer any questions that I have. And everyone's kind of helped to publicise the Better Union, just helping me along with my team.
We also had a really good success with the hurling team. They won the national championships, beating a joint team of Liverpool and Liverpool Hope University in the final. It was a very good match and it was a very great win for John Laws.
This semester we've had a particularly strong semester, doing a lot of community work, a lot of hall stuff. The hall reps have been busy, the community reps have been busy. The community reps especially put on brilliant events, one of those being the Sparkler night that actually happened on the 5th of November.
Well received, planning was very rapid. I mean, we wanted people and sparklers and that's what we got. And I thought what was best was the people who came, I would say that 50% students and 50% from the community, which was great because we'd started to mingle. Because you can become two separate communities and this is a move on, I think.
Yeah, it was great. Graham is our manager and he was really enthusiastic about it. He really eager to sound and he really wanted us to do well. He did a risk assessment with myself and we just said, so he made us look at the other side because we just thought it'd be fine, but then dealing with fire, he spoke to us about everything and then he did all because we had tea, coffee and biscuits and he provided all the water. He bought a boom box and he was really enthusiastic about it and he put it on the Students' Union Twitter. And he just helped me get it out on Facebook and Twitter and Jan put posters around, so yeah, they were really helpful.
We've had two of our forums as well. We've had safety, we've had housing. Safety was really well attended. We spoke about issues such as the Police and Crime Commissioner elections. The housing, we spoke about specific halls, how they can improve, what areas we'd like them to improve on. We've had unsuccessful events as well. We tried to get the Black Students Network off the ground, didn't really happen that well. We're re-looking at it, restructuring it, starting it again in January. And really trying to see where we can make changes to make it more and more effective. But I have no doubt that that's going to be brilliant and that's going to be in January. And we're really getting behind that to push it as a student union. So yeah, community's had a really successful first term. We're looking forward to great things to come in the new year.
I'm Kate Wilkinson, the Vice President of Academic Quality. Some of the biggest achievements we've had in my area this month have been around course reps. We have successfully recruited 700 course reps this year already, and we've had our first course rep conference which was attended by over 120 on a Saturday afternoon, so they've all been trained, which is really exciting.
It was great that so many course reps came together. And off the back of that, the union are now setting up a course rep society, which is great, and I think it'll be really useful to people like myself who don't have so much contact all the time with university and other courses, because you've got all the other courses, course reps as well.
Since then, Liverpool Students' Union has been really helpful. My student voice coordinator, Chelsea, has been really helpful and given me advice and support in the role ever since, and she emails me quite regularly. She also encourages me to go out and talk to students, which is good, making sure that I am fulfilling the role and finding it okay and that there's nothing going on that should be brought to sort of staff attention or anything like that. And basically the reason why I wanted to be a course rep overall was just because I wanted to bridge the gap between students and staff and just make sure that students do have somebody to represent them and give them a voice within the university, because I think if there are any issues within a course, they do need to be addressed and hopefully sorted out.
On the 1st of November we opened our nominations process for the Amazing Teaching Awards. Last year we achieved about 400 nominations, so this year hopefully by having it open all year we're going to have loads more and absolutely smash that target. Some of the other things we've been working on are surrounding NSS, so working with the university to improve those courses that didn't do too well. We've also agreed the terms for next year's NSS as well. And the previous £3 printing credit initiative that the university ran has now been given to Liverpool Students' Union, so we will be having a £3 shop, bar or cafe credit for each student that fills out the survey, which should work out to be a real financial gain for us.
So my idea was to run this question time because I wanted to get students involved in politics. Particularly now with obviously demo and cuts and basically the government hates students. So I organised this question time with Luciana Berger, who is the MP for Wavertree. I had Andrew Dawson, is a councillor, Conservative councillor for Frodsham. I had Professor Rizzuto, who is a law lecturer at Edgehill and has an interest in political science, and Paula Knevi, who is the Lib Dem candidate for the Police Commissioner. So I had them and had Paul Abernethy as my chair. It was based around student issues. It veered off a little bit, but that's what I wanted. We got around 30 odd people, which wasn't bad for a Friday night, to be fair. And yeah, I thought it went pretty well. They want me to do it again in January, so if it can be a regular thing, if I could do it in January and then get someone to take over from me next year, that's my aim.
So we had our first Mature Students Network of the year, and I think this was a really exciting thing for me because more mature students are often quite underrepresented, and yet they make up such a large proportion of our student body. Historically in the past when we've done this, the take up hasn't been absolutely amazing. We've had about 10-15, but straight away for our first ever event we had close to 30 to 40 students turn up, which was really exciting because I think it was really good to see students actually caring. And historically in the past when we've done this, these type of groups have been amazing support for students as well, and it's actually in some cases it's been a real life-changing experience because people have found others who you can lean on and find support and go through similar issues the same as them. So for me to have such a strong showing, it was a really exciting moment for me. Last year we ran our campaign on hidden course costs, and part of this campaign suggested that the university should give free printing. This kind of manifested itself in a £50 payment to all undergraduate students. This is put on a card which is then used for printing and stuff. And we were quite excited about this. It was a really exciting thing for us because it was actual win what the Student Union have had through one of our campaigns. However, as the university went to upload all the money, they decided that because international students were on a different funding regime, that they wouldn't get it, even though international students are actually paying a lot more money, about £1,500 more than £9,000 students. So we didn't see the logic in this, and after working with the university and really talking to them and helping them understand the implications of what they were doing, they managed to reverse it, which was a real big win for our students. Unfortunately, NHS students aren't included in this, and neither are postgrads, and I've recently been approached by postgraduate students to say why aren't they getting it. So potentially this could even grow into a further campaign, and we can see what we can do for them types of students. One of the most exciting things that we've done this term for me is the national demonstration which we went on a few weeks ago. This was held in London. It was called by NUS earlier on in the year. And historically Liverpool, John Moores, although we've been involved, we haven't had really that much of a turnout. I'm really pleased to say from Liverpool alone, from working with the Guild, Edgehill and Hope University, we managed to get 6 coaches, which is about 300 students down, and nearly a third of them who went down were actually from John Moores. So we had a massive turnout for our students. And I think for me, the reason why I'm excited, not because the actual demonstration itself in London, because ultimately that wasn't really going to change anything nationally. What the most exciting thing is for me is since getting back from the demo, all them students who come on have been getting in touch. So for instance, I spoke to 3 students last week who are now thinking about running to be an officer because of what's happened on the demo. We've had students come and get in touch about the postgraduate campaigns, things like this. So for me, it was about creating the activists in John Moores. It wasn't necessarily about shouting at a load of buildings in London, but it was actually creating activists on campus and creating the next future leaders of the student union. So So we're getting there. We're not finished yet, but we're getting there. But it was really one of the most exciting things for me. Plus, no one got arrested, so as trustees, you should be happy about that as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the first video President's Report. Please feel free to give me any feedback. I'm probably going to be sat in the room next to you, so if you thought it stank, please tell me it stank. Although obviously it didn't, because it was an amazing video and you love it and it's going to happen again. But thanks for listening, and if you've got any questions, then pretty sure I'm able to answer them in the meeting. Thank you very much.